everybody, it is June favourites time. Now for sort of 10 days of June I was out of the country. I was in Greece, in Mykonos Island. I have been talking about it non-stop because it was just the most amazing holiday of my life. And also the first proper holiday I've ever had, and I just really enjoyed it. The link to my Mykonos holiday vlog is down below, so if you want to go and check that out then please do. Whilst I was on holiday, I rekindled my love for reading. I used to be a big reader back when I was really young. As I grew up, obviously with work and how busy I always am, I kind of never found the time to really read a book. So when I was on holiday, I took the opportunity to buy myself 3 books, and I read 2 of them whilst I was on holiday and chilling on the beach, and I absolutely loved the 2 books which I read, and they are featuring in my favourites this month. First book which I really loved is this one. I think that a lot of people have heard people like Zoe Sugg and other people raving about this book, but honestly, if you haven't read this book and you are someone who likes films like The Fault in Our Stars, or you need to read this book. I could not put it down. I was finding every single minute or any single second that I could to continue reading it, and I just didn't want to put it down. And my boyfriend will be someone who can tell you that, because I just kept reading it and I would tell him what was going on in the story, and I just wanted him to read it so that he could feel what I was feeling whilst reading this book. Without giving too much away, this is basically a book about a boy named Finch and a girl named Violet, who are both suffering and mourning sort of the loss of something in their life. So for Violet, she's mourning the loss of her sister who died in a car accident, and Finch is kind of dealing with mental illness, and his mum and dad split up. But the story starts off with Finch and Violet meeting on sort of the top of a tower at school, and they both want to jump off that tower. They kind of form this really nice friendship, even though at the start Violet doesn't really want to have anything to do with Finch. The story goes on, they grow very fond of each other, and they kind of learn to live from one another. The ending to this story had me in tears almost. I kind of was expecting it, but at the same time I wasn't. As I was reading the book, I kind of thought that that was what was going to happen, but I didn't actually expect it to happen. You have to read the book to know what I'm talking about. I just really wish that they made this book into a film, because I think that it would be very successful. Such an easy book to read. The way that Jennifer Niven describes what's going on in the story, the way that she writes is just so good and easy to read, and you kind of create this imaginary world in your head. You can kind of imagine what Violet would look like, what Finch would look like, how the scenery would look like, and I just could not put it down. If you love your typical boy meets girl love story, this is it, but with a twist. It teaches a lot about dealing with suicide issues and dealing with mental health issues, so but in a very discreet sort of way. So if you know someone, or if you are someone who is dealing with that sort of situation, then I think that reading this book could really help you. Just such an amazing book. The next book, which I literally read in 2 days, and again I could not put down, is this one by Nicola Yoon, and it is called Everything. As you will see, this is one of Zoella's book club picks, and so is All the Bright Places. This book is so easy to read. It's just one of those books that flows and you just can't put down, and I read it in 2 days. I could have easily read it in one, but I read it in 2. It's about a girl called Maddie who has been living in her house for 17 years and she has never ever stepped outside of her house. She has some new neighbours moving in next door, and she kind of gets to know the boy called Ollie who lives next door, but obviously as she's not allowed outside, they have to communicate in a different way. So they email each other, they write notes on their window and on pieces of paper, and it's just a really nice book because it shows you in the book they're sort of emailing each other, little notes, little pictures which she draws in her diary, and that just made it a lot more easy and a lot more interesting to read, I think. She lives at home with her mum and her sort of family nurse, and the story is just basically about how Ollie and Maddie sort of want to communicate with each other, they want to meet each other, and it's the way that they fall in love with each other, way that they fall in love with each other, and the way that things happen in the book is just absolutely incredible. And I was not expecting the ending that came to this book. Maddie's mum is dealing with a hard situation in the book, which is why things all turn out as they are in the book. I just entered into an imaginary world. I felt like I was there with Maddie, with Ollie, and I just wish that they could make this into a film because, again, I think it would be so successful. In June, these Boots earplugs which I bought, every time that I went on a plane, which hasn't been that often, I would get very painful ears, as I'm sure everybody does, but I would cry in pain. It was awful. So when me and my boyfriend were buying things for a holiday, he suggested that we try these earplugs. Now I think that these ones are called airplanes. I'm not too sure. I will link them down below for you to see. So worth buying. I only got a little bit of pain on my ears when we were landing back in the UK, and that is, I think, because I didn't have them in quite deep enough. But honestly, these were lifesavers, and the fact that they're reusable is just a bonus because it means that I don't have to keep buying loads of different earplugs. Could not have survived the aeroplane journey without these. So if you're someone like me who suffers very badly from earache when you're on aeroplanes, go and buy yourself some of these. This one I would not have survived without as well, and it is this Schwarzkopf Got to Be Mermaid Look Texturizing Salt Spray. I can't speak. On holiday I was constantly in the water, in the ocean, or in a pool or somewhere like that, and obviously I was having loads of showers, and as I have naturally curly hair, if I did not have this product, my hair would have been a frizz ball. I have mentioned this before in a video, I think it was my empty products video, and I'm just gonna keep going on about it because it is such a good product. It is so affordable. I think it's £2-3, and if you're like me and you have naturally curly hair which you find hard to tame, or you find hard to find a product which defrizzes your hair, this is the one you need. After coming out the shower, I would literally spritz this into my hair while still wet, and then I would just give it a few scrunches here and there, and I was good to go. My hair wasn't frizzy, it was easy to manage. This was definitely one of my favourite products that I used every day whilst I was on holiday. These sandals, sandals or flip-flops, however you want to call them, from Aldo, they are looking a little bit dirty right now. They need a bit of a clean, but I could not have survived my holiday without them. I think I wore them every night or every other night when me and my boyfriend would go for dinner or just for a walk along the beach. I was determined that this year I would not get blisters on my feet or any sort of feet problems, and I successfully managed to do that. I got these for my birthday. If you've seen my what I got for my birthday video, you would have seen these there. They were a present from my boyfriend's mum, and they are just super comfortable. These are the first Aldo shoes or footwear that I have ever owned, and I will definitely be purchasing more footwear from them because they are such good quality. They're super comfortable. I wore this with shorts, I wore this with dresses, I just wore this if I wanted to go to the beach with them, and yeah, they saved my feet. I'm actually pretty gutted that I didn't get a picture wearing it, but I literally wore this every day to the beach, and it is this beautiful lace white play suit. Now I actually wore this, I used it as a kaftan, so I'd wear it over my bikini. Just so easy to just throw on over your bikini. It looks super flattering on. It's airy and just so comfortable. The fact that it has loads of little holes meant that I wasn't like uncomfortable or like sweating in it, which was really nice. And yeah, like I said, I'm just so gutted that I didn't get a picture with this on. I can't believe I didn't, because I wore it every single day. It also can be worn as just a play suit. I don't think I was brave enough to do that, or imaginative with my outfit to do that. But it is gorgeous, and this was given to me by my boyfriend for my birthday, and I want to thank him very much, because as he knows, I loved it and I wore it all the time, and it's just gorgeous. Another thing which I really loved wearing on holiday, especially when I started to get more of a tan, was this orange play suit, and this is from ASOS. You would have seen this again in what I got for my birthday video. It has these cute little pom-poms at the bottom. The back of it is all open. You can't see it very well on video, but it's open and it just has this little strap to tie at the back. So comfortable. I would recommend though, if you own this, do not wear it during the day if it's hot. I would suggest that you wear this at night if you're going out to dinner, because me and my boyfriend went into Mykonos town and I made the mistake of wearing this, and it was so hot. I was literally sweating. I mean, it sounds disgusting, but I just kept like wafting myself because I didn't want to get any like marks on the dress. I didn't, but anyway, I can't believe I just told you that. I will insert a picture of me wearing this now so you can see what it looks like on. If you do want to check out any of my other pictures from my holiday, then feel free to go and give me a follow on my Instagram, which is linked down below. I have been posting loads and loads of photos. My Instagram is being bombed with Greece photos. Okay guys, that is everything that I have been living in June. Not too much, not too little, all holiday related, and I really hope that you enjoyed watching this video. If you did enjoy it, then do give me a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will see you soon for another video. I love you all very much. I'll see you soon. Bye!